I'll be conducting a tracking test on my Burris MTAC 1-4 by 24 millimeter optic. The adjustments are half minute elevation and half minute windage. It's a 30 millimeter tube. I'll be using my Savage 10 FP in 223. Not much of a recoil, but I just want to try out the tracking of the dials and the adjustments. I used this rifle earlier for a US Optics ST10. I'll be using 223 Remington 75 grain match hollow point. It's from Black Hills, remanufactured. The Burris MTAC zeroed in real easy. This first shot was a non-match round just to get me within the area, then I can start moving closer. That was good enough, so I switched to match rounds. 2 shots there. I went 1 minute right, which is 2 clicks, and this is good enough. One of the aiming points that I'm using is not the very center, it's 1 dot below, which fills up right in here. It's about a 1 minute dot, that second dot down. So that's what I'm using as an aiming point. So I like it. It's zeroed real easy. Now for the box test target. Of course, my target stand will never be level on this rocky ground, but using the lanyard of my rangefinder, I just pasted the target accordingly, and it's, well, if the string would stop moving, I assure you the target itself is level for tracking tests. Pretty important. Same as previous tracking test. Go over it again. 1 minute of angle equals approximately 1.049 inches. It's not exactly 1 inch. Times 10 minutes, which I went from there up here, times 10 minutes will equal 10.49 inches. And we just round it off to 10.5 inches at 100 yards. So 10 minutes would equal approximately 10.5 inches. Going from there, 11 inches. Okay, not bad for a 4-power optic. From there to there, another 11 inches. I'm seeing consistency here, off by ½ an inch, both directions. From there to there, about 11 inches again. Maybe 11 1/4. I would say 11 1/4. But what you cannot argue with is here, the return to 0 after 10 up, 10 left, 10 down, 10 right. It went back to where it was. I reviewed the video, the last 3 shots, number 1, number 2, and the very last shot, number 3. Right where it started off at. Going back to optic use, I used it on 4 power, get the most magnification I can out of it. To try and be fair, used the dot 1 below, which is about a 1 minute dot. Used a 2 minute center square target to try and get the best aiming point possible. How most may use it is zero your optic at a given distance, and from there use holdover. I don't see anybody really zeroing their optic and dialing up, dialing down, you know, for different distances. I don't see that type of use with this optic here. If they want to, they could. So the distances will vary from each person's experience and how they know how to use optics, holdovers and dial ups, dial downs and whatnot. It's up to you. What I got out of this is that this optic will return to 0 for me. Given 10 clicks, correction, 20 clicks, 10 minutes in either direction, it'll take me back to 0. That's what I got out of this little tracking test here. It's off by ½ an inch at 100 yards, but no big deal. How I plan to use this optic is have it zeroed to hit 2 inches high at 100 yards, and from there use holdovers. And that is it for this tracking test using my 223, and thank you for watching.